Okay, I'm at 2% battery, so I'm going to try to make this really quick in like a 2 minute. Today is March 5th, Monday, 2018. I got a call really early in the morning to go to a subbing job, but it was all the way, more than an hour away. I didn't really have time to get there, and so I know that missing that would motivate me even more to have a productive day here. So I'm getting like a lot of things done for today with working out and stuff like that. It's good to work smart and hard. I only had like less than an hour to get there. I would have had to leave right away without showered or shaved or anything, or shitted, and I would have like been run down and tired all day. And that's even if I got there in time to a school I never been to and had to stress out to find it. No, it's a good thing to work smart and not hard sometimes. I'm only planning on subbing a few days a week, so 1 or 2 days, missing this Monday is a good idea. Okay, and I just want to talk about haters for a second. As I'm saying this, the druggies are like listening in. He's talking again. Because I've been doing these things where I like read the Bible every day. They're like, what's he doing reading the Bible? Haters, they usually hate at things they cannot do. Like I can run really good. I can go right now and run 10 miles, no problem. But the thing is, when I'm running, there'll be like a lot of like homeless or like fucking haters that like stare at you. Like, since I don't like look like a typical runner, like, he's running. They just try to mock you, something that you're doing. Or me reading really well, they try to mock something that they cannot do, that they suck at doing. Me reading really well, they can't do that. So it's like, you get all levels of hater. You get like old men haters. In Hawaii, I've had a few old men, and like an older person you're supposed to call uncle and auntie here, but like it's like a common thing among like local people to like try to insult somebody else by calling them uncle, like, so I've had like elderly old man with no teeth be like, hey uncle, to me, and I'm just like, yeah, uncle, huh? Like the druggies that live in that house right there, there's always cops there, there's always yelling there, they're always like trying to put some people down. There's a lot of haters in Hawaii, more than I've ever met in my life. I'll give you 2 examples. When I first moved in here, those druggies right there in that house, one of them opened like the bathroom window and was like, hey, you look high. I was like, no, sorry dude, I don't mess with that stuff. He's like, what? He's like, I just heard you shoot the pipe. I was like, nah dude, sorry. Like the day I moved in, they're not even living in these apartments, and they're yelling at people that in the apartments. They've done that a lot, like, hey uncle, like when they're all high on drugs and stuff. But anyways, that's one kind of hater, like the junkie hater. I'll give you another kind of hater. Well, there was the hater, like substitute lady that was just all threatened by me, and like later on I just saw her thinking, like, cause I just made a big deal just working there. She was just like sitting at her desk, just obviously thinking about me. But anyways, when one of the first years I was in Hawaii, I was in this lady's house in Hawaii. She had like $1 million house or whatever, but she was always like really cold to me. Every time I tried to be warm, make a conversation with her, like I was like, oh, so you lived in Hawaii a long time? You like it here? And her answer was, yeah, I wouldn't have lived here as long as I have. That was just like wondering why she's just giving me a hard time, And I would tell people, yeah, I'm a writer. I graduated from the University of Texas. I actually dropped out of high school and graduated from there. I wrote a book about that. And like then I later on found things about her. I looked at her refrigerator and she had like pictures of her 3 boys, And then I'm like, oh, so you have 3 sons, I find out a little bit more apparently. Her 3 sons had lived a privileged life and went to private school and had everything they wanted. And their parents tried to put them through college, but none of them managed to get a degree. They each bought a house, but with money they got from their parents. None of them graduated college or did anything with their life. They're just like dumbass losers living off their parents' money. And so I can see like, oh, that's why you don't like me, lady, because I'm not that. I was homeless when I went to college. I've worked extremely hard my whole life. I've had hundreds of jobs, and not because I got fired everywhere like somebody hater would want to paint a picture, because that's the way it works when you're working at a temp agency, or if you're working day labor or crappy jobs, you're not really going to work there very long. I'm really happy that I've had hundreds of jobs and didn't work at the same fast food restaurant for 20 years. That would be sad and pathetic, especially for an autobiographical writer. You think? Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't stay at that Jim's restaurant for 20 years and worked my way up, because that would have been a very boring autobiography. But instead, working hundreds of other jobs with all different walks of people, that's a little more interesting. That's a little bit more on my alley, Yeah, I like to try to make things interesting, being the whole writer thing. So anyways, back to today. So I didn't go to the sub job today, but it worked out because I did a lot of writing on my first book, Gonzo Education. Or editing. I'm at the editing stage, the very fine part editing. So you're welcome to go and read it right now. You'll be very impressed. It'll be one of the best $5, $10 you ever spent. The book's called Gonzo Education. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the last 5 minutes. I know I did.